Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden, and you're not. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 12:36 hours on September 6, 2014.
Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
Good.
You're welding stuff.
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay. This is for the coil winder project.
Yes.
I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. Doogie! It's looking better back here.
Slowly.
This is the autopsy engine?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna try and do that next week. Okay. Except for the long one. I don't know. Why not? Not sure. Just hanging out with it.
Alright, I leave it and come back and I got a long one.
Make it work. If there's anything back here with an engine, usually your job is it's fucked up, fix it.
Yeah, I just need I'll spend an evening prepping the engine for our TV Magic.
I thought you spent like a week prepping the engine for TV Magic.
Well, I got it clean and apart, but I need to take the valve cover off, take out most of the head bolts and stuff. So when they're...
Oh, you're gonna make it so we can just blast it really quick?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that way I already know what tools I need ahead of time.
We're gonna do preparation before we shoot a video?
Yeah.
So Elise is here. You have to tell people who this woman is. There's a strange woman hanging out in your department.
Yeah.
Who is this?
This is Elise. This is my girlfriend.
Okay.
Of 12 years.
Okay. And she came here from Denver.
Yep, I brought her back here with me. And how do you like it?
It's different. Seeing it in person, it's very cool.
I'm kind of pissed off.
Why?
Because the deal was, he was going to take the dog back and drop the dog off.
No.
Because the dog poops everywhere. And instead, he brought both of you back. So now he's got the dog and the girl. The whole thing's packed up and moved to Michigan.
It's true.
Now it's like he's moved his whole life here, and he's building a family and a career, and he's department head, and he's doing stuff.
I know, right?
You know what happens
are you gonna
next,
do about
right?
that?
Have you seen the signs?
What happens next?
The coup. You know how I know?
How do you know?
I see the signs. It's literally on the sign back here. He's trying to take over the place. Instead of the Leonard Street Labs or the Geek Group's Galactic headquarters, it's Doogie Labs. You'll notice, we've been in business 20 years. I did found the company, and it doesn't say Boden Labs out front. You know why? Because it's the Geek Group. It's a group effort. And I think we both know that I have an ego big enough where I'd do that. I'd put my name. No, I didn't do that. But you, twat, have Doogie Labs. I don't know how I feel.
Best part is I didn't even put that up there.
You did.
Was.
Yeah, I can see that. All right.
My handwriting, I make stick figures.
I'm just going to give you shit about it. So you brought Elise here. You made it.
I made it.
It was a thing, but you made it.
Yes.
With the dog.
With the dog.
Who totally did not show up and puke on the floor 5 minutes after he got here?
No,
just,
not at all.
It's good to know he missed
me.
me.
Have you found poops yet?
No, but the day's still young.
There was one yesterday.
Okay.
There was no poops.
There was no poops. So what are you doing?
Cleaning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Let me know how that works out for you. If there's anything you need, you let me know. Okay, because you, I like. Him, I tolerate. You, I like. Okay. Is it done yet?
Justin said you'll be fine. They look like they're going to be low enough. So.
Is it done yet?
No. Does it look like it's
I
done?
don't whine.
Does it look like it's done?
It's pretty. It even lines up and shit.
That's scary, isn't it?
That's a novel kind of. Look at that. Hey Doogie, come here. Look at this. See that? See what his weld looks like?
Yeah, and you'll go, and you'll have welders out there going, man, that sucks.
Yep.
Do you know what he's doing?
It's like you doing instructional videos on the internet. Like you're always wrong.
Yeah.
Welding videos.
You mean like
they
these?
all can't weld.
Everyone sucks.
Not
So these
not
are
so much
they're
that,
hot.
but
It's
yeah,
hot.
I figured that out. But like more like the bird poop with the little bits of wire in it. That's Doogie's welding.
Well,
Doogie welds like I solder. It's just bad.
it's when he's using a 120 buzz box that can't actually weld, it's gonna look like
I'm
that.
still gonna give him shit about it though. It's
Well,
like a moral
it's either a
imperative.
120 buzz box that's flux core or
that.
let's weld 22 gauge.
Hell yeah, blasting holes through it.
We got nothing to do. Let's blow some holes.
Hey, I got a project you need to know about.
What's that?
We got this in yesterday.
I saw that.
I need to make sure it's absolutely 100% safe.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't mean like safe that you would work under it, because if we dropped a fucking 75 Impala on you, you'd just be like, damn it, get the car. But like if a normal person was under a car, because It's old. It probably hasn't been used in 10 years,
You
but
got anchors for it, right?
it needs anchoring.
The Hilties, I got some of those Hilties.
Oh, those. Yeah, we got that.
But you want to
I
bolt
didn't
it
know how much
down.
anchored it needed.
I would assume
Where
on
every hole
hand,
is.
There's 6.
Every hole you stick a.
Yep, there's 6
All right, so we use
drill
the
it.
big. Do you want to use the epoxy set or what? How
I
do you
would
want to
use
do it?
epoxy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I don't think the expander's gonna.
No, and if it, because I didn't know if it needed, because some hoists don't need anchoring.
Yeah.
And if it
this,
didn't, that's
this
kind
one
of cool.
you could possibly use that way.
If it's
'cause
safe,
all it's
cool.
gonna
But if
do
it's
is
not,
lift it up.
yeah, that's what I figured.
So
But if it
high.
isn't absolutely safe, I don't want to. I want to anchor it. Because there's advantages to either way. But if it
Well,
has to
bring
be
your
anchored,
car in.
Yeah, I was saying,
I was
because this
starting to
truck's
like
so
you.
tall, I don't think that hoist.
And we got to figure out a home for the 100,000 pound.
That's going. That can just go where mine is.
All right. You want to put yours over in 5 or something? Or? Okay. Because that doesn't need power or nothing.
Nope. Right. No, they don't. Yeah.
Well, the advantage to it, it doesn't need power, means it doesn't have to go up next to a wall. Because it doesn't need power. So that gives us the freedom to put where the hell we want. It could go like by the door or something. I don't know.
can't go by
It could go. It could go somewhere not. It could come out into the middle here and be cool because it doesn't need power. That was what I was thinking. But yeah, I want to. That needs. This needs stuff. It needs to be mounted. We've got a pump for it, but the pump's kind of jank.
Oh.
I don't really trust it. I need to make sure it's trustworthy, and if it isn't, we'll buy one because that's got to be a off-the-shelf thing.
Well, yeah. Theoretically, we could use the same pump setup that's on this hoist. Because it's just
Yeah.
one hose that's got the.
Hey, you can
It's
do
got the
that.
valve in it.
I'm not going to do that, but I'll bet we can buy one of those for a couple $100 somewhere.
It'd be
That
about
isn't a big
600 last time we looked at those.
All right, let's look it up and find out. I need to know the weight capacity on that too. So
At least 3 Batmans.
3 bags. That's half a ton. So okay.
Oh damn!
So he's about 300 pounds, so 1,000 pounds. Okay.
So both of us on there at once, we're screwed, right?
I think it could take it. What do you weigh?
3,
3? Okay.
290.
Dainty little thing. So you make some sparks?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a mess.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah, once we got it toned down a little bit. Is that gonna?
You're welding what? 3/8?
It's half inch.
Half? Okay.
Is that gonna mess this?
It shouldn't.
Okay, well watch your eyes.
Yeah, what I do is I pull the camera up like this, so I'm looking at the screen.
I can give you a welding.
Nah, I'm cool.
Okay.
Eyes!
Well, I don't like that one.
Besides, it's fun doing that because all the viewers at home all instinctively like squint and block off part of the screen.
Okay, well don't take a shot of this.
Wow, that was, what the
I
shit?
don't know, something wrong.
That was,
Something.
hey Lavelle,
What?
that looks like something I did.
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
Let me find the block here.
Okay.
Set that at a different angle.
So what you doing, sir?
We got an angle vise if you want.
Sweeping for science.
Sweeping for science? Okay.
Get big tour.
It's good to see you finally back.
Yeah,
You've been thrashing ass at work.
yeah, every day. I'm doing the same thing. My wife sees me doing this here and
Hey,
not at home.
check this out. Did you see this yet?
I'm gonna watch it.
This is the drive motor for the rotisserie for the coil winder. Ta-da!
Nice.
Spins. I'm very happy about this.
Variable speed on it? Or
Nope, not yet. I want to have variable speed on it, but it's a single phase motor, okay, at 120 volts. You know, a standard little, you plug it in a wall motor.
Okay.
And to make it variable speed, I need a variable frequency drive. Almost all the variable frequency drives you look at are big, like 3-phase 480 stuff. So I got to figure out how to do it. But it's the schematic on the motor for anybody who's interested. There's the schematic for the motor. And I need to scrounge up a very small, very simple duty variable frequency drive for it because we do want to be able to control the speed on it. So Harvey, maybe that's something you can help with, or IRC or something, I don't know.
Did you see this thing I brought?
What?
It's mine, but you need my dinner.
Yeah? I saw that. That's a turbocharger.
Off of Cummins diesel.
Okay.
Same turbochargers on the gen set.
Yeah? You got to get that thing, like, maintenance.
Yeah, I need to start it.
Yeah.
It's ready to be cranked up to 480.
I'm not going to do that until I'm 100% sure, because we tried that last time and it was clusterfucky.
We got everything done except the voltage regulator adjustment.
Okay. So what do we do to do it?
I get a trim pod adjustment screwdriver and crank it up so it excites the field a little bit higher.
Show me the documentation that says that we can do that without, like, oversaturating the windings.
Okay.
Because if it's designed for 208, we're running at 480, somewhere somebody didn't put enough windings in there for that, and we're going to get into flux saturation, and I want to know it can do it. Because if it is where they just make the same thing, like what they do with motherboards, where they make, it's all the same thing, they just remove parts, or they just tone it, cool. But I want documentation, because if we smoke that thing, dude, that's an expensive toy to fuck up.
We did change it from Delta to Series Y.
Alright.
And so that's all done.
Okay.
And we tested it with that, and it's still 208, it's only going to excite it. Until we adjust that. So yeah, I'll show you the manuals and stuff.
Because I can go either way on arguing that. It's like, yeah, okay, but
yeah,
so
you could be absolutely
we gotta know. It's not just, hey, I think we gotta know. We gotta have it written down in a book from the factory that says, yes, you can do this and here's how. And once we got that, then I am all for it, because if we can get that running at 480, we're set. The only downside is our transfer switch is 208, but that might be a sense thing that we can tweak too. But that's like a $40,000 switch, so I'd like to not fuck it up. Huh? Nothing. I'm just wandering around pointing the camera at people. It's the start of the day. I've been getting into a habit of doing this because people don't see, like, the morning here where we start out and there's 10,000 people running around. It's so sexy. God, I want to work. There's a Menards right up the road. There's a Home Depot even closer.
Home Depot of Alpine.
Yeah. Home Depot's at Alpine in about 3 Mile, and then there's a Menards out past, no, just this side of 6 Mile, I think.
I think I'm going to start putting together my own wish list for here. I think we should have.
Actually, we already have a system in place for you to do that.
Okay.
Talk to Batman. Each department has a wish list set up that you can fill out a form in the Boxy system on the website, and it automatically submits a thing to be put on the main Amazon wish list, which is followed by the viewers of the blog and the IRC and all that, and people buy stuff off there to help us out. That's where a lot of the viewer mail comes from.
Okay.
So yeah, just figure out the Boxy form. All right. Hi. Turn the robot on? Okay.
Robot's not mastered.
Robot's not mastered, so give me a second. Okay. Hey, everybody want to learn how to master a robot?
Hey, he's still turned off.
Yeah, I can bring it up. If you want to watch this as part of the tour, it could actually be kind of cool. All right.
So, we see problems already? Does it mount there?
Yeah.
Mounts there. Actually, I like the way it is. So go ahead and clamp it right there. Clamp it down. It's heavy. We'll figure something out. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna clamp it.
Carefully.
Right from here to here.
Take it, great. Didn't you just do this with like 2 of them? Open them up? No, they're in your back pocket.
Friggin' open it. That's got a tag on it too.
It's
That's because they were new, because they were donated.
They were brand new.
Now,
thanks to Pony Tools.
What brand of clamps have you got there?
These are Jorgensen clamps made
I
by...
think it's Jorgensen.
Or Jorgensen. It's not on this, but...
Oh.
Jorgensen by Pony Tools.
Clamps. Yeah.
And we love them.
There. Okay, so figure out where you're going to come from this side.
This one.
Because this one here, Casey, probably right down here.
Casey, your shirt is particularly poignant today.
What's that?
I read an article from the lead singer of Kiss, where he went over how rock is indeed dead.
But did you read the rest of his shirt?
Yeah, I saw it.
Wow, that's just...
Pull it back to you, Casey, and you can see how much you got to come. You got a long ways to go yet. Okay, hold on, Batman. He's got to come down to it.
You got a partner?
It will be in a moment, but I'll pick it up.
Because you're kind of on a pivot on your side.
Well, I'm right at. I can go right on the bracket.
You can get it on the bracket.
Yeah, I'm right.
Okay, because it's bending, it's pivoted now. Casey, you're not on it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There.
Don't let it fall. Okay, clamp it down.
Okay.
Go ahead and tighten yours down. Okay, now. Look at it, think about it. I got a roller problem here.
Yeah.
On alignment. If that's supposed to pivot, it's not going.
Yeah, it's supposed to
It's
pivot.
supposed to be able to swing back and forth.
Okay.
And if you've got it tweaked right now where it won't, then you're messing up that
No,
swing
the
arm.
clamp's
It's
just stopping it. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
tweaked.
No, but it's right up against the bar here too.
I think that's its furthest point of extension, though. Where it's
We need to
currently
find out
at.
for sure.
Okay.
Okay, Casey, take your clamp off. Hold on a second. Stay where you're at.
I'll hold it all day.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
We got all these digitized, so.
Yeah? Are you happy?
Down a little bit.
Huh?
Are you happy?
Yeah, look at what I've got here, and then you make a decision on this. Come over here and see. Casey. Right now, my alignment is this way. Okay, because this is not parallel. So I'm down a little bit here.
Notice
so it can
how
come
he's
up.
wearing the gloves. Those usually come up to my arm. You know, they look like regular work gloves.
Yeah.
So this needs to go this way just a little bit.
He's a dainty little man.
So what I want you to do is loosen that up. We're going to crank this over a little bit. See how we're doing on alignment. Here, you have those other two clamps. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Batman, go ahead. Or Casey, take yours loose. Okay, don't take it off. Batman, loosen yours up.
See the swing
Okay, tighten it down.
There's another one of those on
Batman,
the floor of the
tighten
tool
yours
room. Go grab it, please. Yeah.
You got it? Nope, it fell. Okay. Okay. Stop there. Casey, go over to the box of clamps. It's right over here.
Yeah.
And grab the biggest C-clamp you can find over there. There's 3 of them laying together.
Thank you. Batman, bring that down a little bit real quick. Here, your blog camera.
Oh,
See those
boy.
2 holes on top? Those
Yeah.
are the microphones. Don't cover them.
Okay, well,
Don't cover them. You hold it
try
over
not to
here.
cover 'em.
This is a thumb grip. And you can hold this side too.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Giving you guys the second degree of safety. You're hanging on a single strap, and I don't like it.
Shit. See, that other strap probably stretched.
It is. Lavelle,
Go ahead
grab that a
and
second.
take it down.
I don't want to
I'm
set
not
on full. We'll crush this.
Okay.
But I'll bring it down a little more. Yeah, bring it down a little bit more.
Okay, Batman, you got your slide there? Ready? Up.
There you go. Thank you. I feel better.
Okay, let's take it back up. The clamp, okay. So that clamp's wide enough that we can get it far enough away that things can't move.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and set it back where you had it.
Alright.
Is this far enough? That this is where it's going to be hitting the frame. So, really long. Not to mention your actual tension point goes toward.
What we can do is plug it in, turn it on, see if it hits it.
I just want to see it. It'll hit it if it has to.
Okay, before we go too much further,
In
guys.
normal operation, that should be fine.
Okay. Let's get another clamp on this so this thing doesn't fall and hit somebody in the foot.
It's alright, I got feels there. Let me edge.
Okay. That's why I want the big clamp, because that way you'll be able to get all the way back away from it. Okay, go ahead and clamp it up there. That's the way we love it.
Yeah?
Okay. Nope, you're still not tight enough. It should hold itself up. One more. Right. Okay, now. Chris, go ahead and do whatever you got to do and do your tension check.
You just check these.
Are you good?
Here, I'll double check
Here's the
it.
problem.
What's the problem?
We're gonna put ankle brackets on here, and we've got air hoses.
So
How
you,
bad would it be just only put
So
three
we just
brackets
put
here?
the brackets on the other side.
and you can have a little bracket here. You just mark how high it can go and you're okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I think those little
And actually, are we pinching those air hoses?
All my tensometer stuff looks fine, at least once you get the clamps out of the way.
Really?
Yeah, everything's cool. What? What?
Bell, you're a cunt.
Oh, man! You're fired.
air hose.
You are so fired, dude.
Pinch one?
Get his card.
Right up against the
Right there.
bracket here.
Pinched it.
Yeah, we pinched on the other side.
It's going to be so hard to replace those two. It's so expensive.
I got a spool of
Yeah.
not this nice a hose.
We're going to get a spool of the nice hose and redo it because this hose is 20 years old.
Okay,
Make
so,
a piece of metal.
so that bracket or that size will work. Okay. So then the other thing I'm thinking is if we trim that down, we could actually bolt that into there. I don't know if you'd want to.
No, don't really want to.
No.
Because then that
This
puts.
is a hollow tube.
Okay, so that's not a support.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's bring that out to about there. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, okay, so we'll just put one in center and one on that end.
Yeah. And then the little guy there.
And a little guy
on the
at,
same
at that side.
All you got to do is just trace that. That's awesome. You just can't get that. But 10-minute job.
Okay,
Right?
so is that going, yeah, it's always a 10-minute job. Is that going to work the way you want it?
I think it'll do what we want it to do, and Chris says it won't interfere with the pulley.
Yeah.
So
He says it'll hold the weight and everything will line up right. As long as it doesn't interfere with the wire feed and stuff, we should be cool. Then
So
we just
now-
got to figure out the.
You've got
sliders.
a spool that fits up, that sits under here?
It's a sled.
Yeah, there'll be a, this is going to ride back and forth on a pair of rails. The spool is
I
going to
see.
hang here. I
So
got to be
you're-
able to fit a 20-pound spool hanging on this, so we got to redo this whole assembly.
Okay.
And for the big one, there needs to be a 500-pound spool sitting here. That's going to be fun. This is the mid-sized one of these. We have to build a big one.
Okay, so we've got a bolt pattern here that you can get, I think, 2 here and maybe 3 bolts on this
Well,
one.
there should be 4 spots here. We wanted to use
Yeah.
all 4 holes.
Okay.
All 4.
it's 8 total bolts we'll be using.
Because they're kind of little bolts.
Now, how do you find the bolts?
You just have to measure.
Oh, okay.
So we've got a mark here. You know where you're at there and just measure down the line.
Cool.
Cross your fingers.
It'd be fine. It'll totally work. First
Since
time.
this part's actuated, we don't really have to worry about this thing.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
called
should be
level.
fine.
There's not real much level.
The other thing is,
I want this line and this line to be 90 degrees. That needs to
Yeah,
be
that's-
perpendicular.
That's what we were on the side over here. That's what I'm.
Okay.
we're just clamped in right
All right. I just when you when
Right
you
now,
do
we're
it
trying
for
to figure out
real.
his supports. Right
Yeah,
here.
when you do it for reals though, that's got to line up right.
Oh, never mind.
Well, and I think we need to leave the gap where it is here for these hoses.
Right.
Okay, so if we line up with this rib on this side, we'll be fine. You've got the rib right here.
Yeah.
Line that over so it's going to hold this together. No,
Very good.
no, because it's not where it needs to be.
No, I'm talking about for this side.
Oh, for that side?
Where you want to put this plate.
Yeah, I think just center on the one. Just give us clearance on it. And then we'll just use the one here. So, and that other one, you go ahead and mark that other one out.
Try not to burn my hand. I just feel it radiating.
It's not hot now.
It's still weird. Oh, okay.
No, I was grinding on it, so it's cooled down a lot.
Do you have any big U-bolts?
I have a handful. How big do you mean by big?
3 inches wide by like 10 inches long.
You're going to Coochie's, and you're not going to find them 10 inches long. What are you trying to do?
Well, that aluminum box, that he wanted to put on the trailer.
We can go ahead and
Basically,
That's not
just
how I'm gonna do it.
drill a couple holes in it, and then U-bolt it to the frame of the
We're not
trailer.
going to U-bolt it. You're going to use turret. We'll do it
We
with
don't want to drill through the frame though.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because that's a weak point also
Yeah.
on your frame.
You really think a little half-inch hole is going to do that much damage
Yes.
to the frame?
That's a crack there. It's the stretch point.
Really?
Yeah. You realize all the towing powers in the two beams. You start adding holes.
Yeah, you got 4 holes. Casey, I'd definitely go with grade 8 bolts on
All right. Don't worry about it for now. We'll get to that later. That trailer's going to get a complete overhaul. We're going to put all new wood in it. We're going to sand it down. We're going to paint it. It's going to get the treatment.
Ooh, can we epoxy that?
I was just trying to find a place for the box.
We're just going to put a wood floor on it.
Right, but we got enough epoxy. We could.
You don't epoxy wood?
No, you don't have to epoxy, but we put some down so we can epoxy and then have it cool.
No. We'll put down nice wood. We might put some, like, you know,
Well, you put-
Thompson's water seal
Right.
on it or something.
Yeah, rock, like
Yeah.
flatness.
Say 8.8.
All right, so you figured out a magical mystery in your welding. What was it?
So this is the first weld. Air conditioner off, door open.
Okay.
Second weld, I didn't realize they'd turned the air conditioning on. And the little pit holes in here are called air intrusion because it blew the shielding gas off. And you
Okay.
got air in the weld.
Well, cool. See, we figured
So
it
that's
all
what
out.
we're doing now, shutting the air off so I can finish welding.
All right. Well, we'll open up the door and it'll be nice. It's quite lovely out, so you know. Yes, the sun's shining.
Have an 8:30 tea time tomorrow morning
Yeah.
because it is so nice.
Okay. You play golf.
I do a lot of things. I play a lot, let's go that way.
Okay.
Different way than you do.
I'm pretty sure you play golf a different way than I do, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would surprise me less if you played golf the same way that I do than it would if you played golf normal.
Well,
If you play golf with a little, like, you know, you have a dude with an air cannon and a little white ball and you go, pull! Boom! You know, that's,
we've already thought of that.
okay. That'll get you kicked out of the country club, just so you know. They swear a lot for nice people.
Depends on the country club. Depends on how far out in the country you are.
So what do you got next? You're gonna do the.
So we're going to
you're gonna do
re-weld this. When I ground that out.
Okay.
I'm going to re-weld that, and then we've got gussets to put in on the other side.
And then we got to figure out for holes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what we're going to end up with is on this is we're going to put these gussets in.
Okay. How many?
2 of this, 2 of these, and then there'll be a small one about that size.
Okay.
It'll go there.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited to see this bolted up and ready to go. Because that has never done anything but sit in its crate and do this, and then we figure out how to put the rails under it, and we're halfway there.
Good deal.
Now I'll take the key from its super secret hiding spot where nobody will ever find it. Now, think of electricity like water in a pipe. Volts is the pressure, how far your hose can shoot. Amps is the current, how big around your pipe is, gallons per minute. This is a simple DC circuit, so the math is easy. Volts times amps equals watts. Watts is the unit of power, or how much work you can do. A AA battery runs on about 1.5 volts at about 1 amp, so you get 1.5 watts on the AA battery. Car battery is about 12 volts at a couple hundred amps. A regular wall outlet in your house is 120 volts at usually about 15 amps. The big ones are 20 amps. So 120 volts at 20 amps gives you 2,400 watts. This is how you know that the guy trying to sell you the 5,000 watt amplifier on Craigslist is lying to you. There's only 2,400 watts in the wall. Your whole house runs on 240 volts at about 100 amps. This whole building runs on 480 volts of three-phase power at 800 amps. When you press that button, you will discharge 1,800 volts at 80,000 amps. This is a DC circuit, so that gives us 144 million watts. It will be an energetic exothermic reaction. Now everybody wants to watch out there at the piece of aluminum. That's where all the fun's going to happen. This will be exciting. Are you ready? Oh, these are for me. Fire when ready. Go ahead. Hold it down. See, everybody tries to nail guys that switch earlier, here, this is what the switch looks like when it fires. This won't make any noise, you'll just hear the switch. That's a switch. There's a little residual charge on it. We're down to 37 volts. That is Project Bumper. Now here's something cool to ponder. For the moment when he pressed that button the second time, he got it right. There was more energy going through that piece of aluminum than every single building in the entire city of Grand Rapids combined was using at that moment. Which is kind of cool. Now, there's a tiny little bit left, which is neat. Usually there isn't anything left. So where's that physics teacher? A lot of people think physics is some esoteric, magical thing. It isn't. Physics is the dreams that stuff is made of. Physics is the root. The only thing more pure in science than physics is straight mathematics. And there's a hell of a lot of math in physics. So he automatically has serious street cred walking into this room. Because this is the only high voltage lab on Earth that is open to the public to be able to come and do research. He can bring his students here and use all of our toys to teach his classes. You can come here to learn how to build tester coils and impulse generators and Marx banks and ion drives and stuff like that. You, girls can't science, I'm sorry. I love the look I get when I do that. You can come here and begin a career in high voltage radio frequency physics and figure out a way to do wireless transmission of usable power. And if you figure that one out, there's about $10 billion in it for you to crack that. We're working on it. So that's the tour of the lab. Thank you all for coming. Anybody who is interested in the Q&A and asking me absolutely anything you want to, grilling me, it's big fun, is welcome to meet us up in the lobby right now where the Q&A will begin. Thank you for coming and sharing the insight into this room.
Second. Yep.
Hey there, guys. It's 16:27 hours, and we're just leaving the lab right now. You got to hold that with 2 hands, or it wiggles a lot. And Dr. Amy and I are going to cruise out to Nunica, huge city, major metropolitan center of West Michigan. And there's a guy who wants to donate a pile of stuff to the lab, and we get a lot of guys that want to donate big piles of stuff, and they always want to check us of like, come on out and take a look and make sure it's stuff you actually want and stuff. So we're going to do that. It'll be kind of fun. I know there's pipettes in there and a lot of chemistry and bio stuff, at least from his description. So I'm taking Dr. Amy with me because she's going to know a lot better than I am of, is this something we want or not? And because James, the director of the chemistry lab, is not at the damn lab. So you got suckered into it. So we're gonna take a cruise out to Nunica, and I figured I've never shot any video down that particular way. Like, I've shot a lot of video in the neighborhood, but it's not often I get to like get out of town for work stuff. So it's good luck. Because I've had a lot of people, for reasons I don't understand, really like it when I go somewhere in the car and shoot video. So we're gonna shoot some video in the car. Come on, you can do it. Can you find second? I'll bet you can. Let's find second gear. Come on, get on the highway. You can follow us on Google Maps. We're getting on US 131 North from Leonard. Runway. Now you can see it's like 3 lanes, relatively busy at the moment. I think it goes to forum here.
Yeah, you want to get in the left.
Yeah, I know where I'm going. I've done this once or twice. Not so sure about the navigator ahead of us. Stretch of highway with the parallel grooves cut in it, with its crappy tires, would automatically change lanes when I hit this if it was wet. It really sucked. Now the highway splits, and now we're on westbound I-96. That's Alpine that we're about to go under, and you've all seen blog of that a million times. So this is 96, we're pointed due west right now. And this takes you, if you go straight, takes you out to Fruit Ridge, Marne, Coopersville, Nunica, Spring Lake, Grand Haven, and then you gotta lift up your feet because it's gonna get wet. And now we're on just a nice, mellow bit, simple highway. Over to your right, you will notice a set of railroad tracks, which you can't really see through the trees, but they're there. And those are the tracks for the Coopersville and Marne Railway. Now, for anybody in this part of the country, probably familiar with Meyer stores. Up here on the left is the Meyer corporate headquarters. They're on Walker Street, right over there. You can kind of see them from here.
Not really.
Yeah. The Grand Rapids Press Printing Building is right over here. In this area on the left somewhere. They moved their printing press and all that stuff out here into a nice new building. Which kind of weirds me out because for... Oh no, it's right there.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
I thought it was on that side. Because it's cool looking.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat building. Inside there is a big, beautiful Heidelberg. We're going to come out and shoot video on that sometime soon. That'd be a really good factory tour video. I see it through the truck. This is Fruit Ridge Avenue we're coming up on, which if you don't know the Grand Rapids area and you like cars and you just like a fun ride, is totally a road worth checking out because now we're out into the nothing. There's really nothing out here but farmland. But Fruit Ridge, which is all just farms, mostly fruit farms, orchards and the like, mainly apples and peaches. But Fruit Ridge is really, really straight for a long way, and it's very hilly. Peach Ridge is also a lot of fun to drive down. don't all have to go the same speed. Especially when that speed is kind of hokey. Berlin, but they changed the name of the city sometime around World War II for reasons I never really understood. Turns out Berlin wasn't terribly popular for a little while. Which is why if you come out to Marne, they still have the Berlin Fairgrounds and the Berlin races and all that. the second customer when they opened that place up there. I went in with Ed Green. He was the first customer. I think that was the only time I ever went there, too. I don't think I've ever been back. So, as Amy pointed out, Coopersville is known by people who don't live there as being a rather, well, stinky place. And the reason for that is more than just its dairy air. The reason is the mountain that you're going to see coming up on the left. By the way, where that cell phone tower is where I used to walk to school. That's 60th Street, it's where you jump the highway. If you're a country boy that lives out there, heading to high school, it's over there. This is Deer Creek. Now, you see the big hill over here on the left? It's going to start appearing after this tower, because that's 60th Street, that's where it starts. But from 60th Street to 68th is that giant mountain up there. Okay, this is Michigan, that counts as a mountain, okay? Everything you see over there, that is a dump. It is a giant landfill. And directly across 68th Street from the landfill is a pig farm. And the pig farm smells worse than the landfill, but the landfill gets all the credit. So because of that, everybody who drives by on this highway on warm summer days, well, you'll notice we have the windows up. Because Coopersville's kind of famous for that stench. It's not so bad though. And for those of us that grew up out here, that's just home. So now we're past exit 16, and that's the end of Coopersville. Now we're out into the nothing between Coopersville and Nunica. Bit of trivia. A million years ago, when I was in high school, I actually did date a midget, and she used to live over there.
In the woods.
No, there's state streets over there.
Let's all look for the
There
midget.
actually isn't a lot of woods there. There's the tree line for the highway, and then it's all fields. That one's corn. And your corn's looking good. but it's for the other street over to the right. And it's actually a really cool little bridge. It's this little archy thing, but it's just cast concrete. City of Nunica, home of Turks, where Thursday night is margarita night. That's its entire claim to fame. And we're there. Now you guys can have fun computing our average speed and all that. I'm going to call the guy, and we'll be back after this. Alright, so it's 1924 hours, and we're just leaving now. What I expected was to go out and look at a pile of stuff and decide, yes, we want this, no, we don't want that. What actually happened was the dude had several buildings full of stuff, and we're going to have to send a truckload of guys out to move stuff. It's going to be a whole thing. But one of the things we got was we completely packed my car. Like, if you look behind me, you can see it. We packed the car with laboratory glassware. It's all old, weird glassware. Half of it's full of mouse pee. So we got to clean it all. And my hands are covered in sticky mouse pee. Ew. But yeah, it was definitely a productive trip. The downside is, now it's 7:30, I'm starving to death. I'm gonna get yelled at a lot because we've been gone for like, I don't even know, what time did we leave, 4:30?
I don't even know.
I think so, something like that. But yeah, now it's way late and I'm gonna get yelled at. But we got a car full of chemistry awesomeness thanks to Scott and his lovely wife. And we had a lot of fun, and it was cool. It was a good trip. So this is donation pickup field trip, and now we have to haul ass back to Grand Rapids. Make sure we're going down the right road. That's the right road. I got to be very careful in turning because I have a car packed with glass. Back to the big city. You guys have fun. We'll be back. Right over there. Alright, so time is 1948 hours. We are back at the lab. Hey guys, come here. We got a little bit of chemistry here. Just a little bit. Be very careful. There's a lot of glass. Like, every nook and cranny in here is packed. So I'm just going to start pulling stuff out and handing it to people, okay? So here, start lining stuff up. Here. These are just bags of vials and pipettes and sample tubes and stuff. All of this goes over here in a pile where it's going to get organized and inventoried. And then we'll sort it, we'll store it. All right. Take that.
Here, set that on there.
Here, take that. James is gonna freak out. Amy, come here.
I want to lay this cardboard.
There you go. That's a just take what you have, because if you drop that, it gets really expensive. So.
There's a meth lab in the back of your car.
Yes, there is, pretty much. I'm driving home doing like 90 miles an hour, and I'm just thinking, if I get pulled over in this car, which has a trunk filled with guns and chemistry gear. Here, your camera, dude. Yeah, I'm just thinking, this is going to be great to explain to the cop.
They're my favorite. Especially when they blow up.
Whoa. Whoa. Grab that stuff up high.
Yeah, I'll get there. Here, come here. Be very, very careful. Set it over there gently. Here.
This is the stuff that's
Keep the open ends up. Okay.
So what is that called?
This? I don't know. The people can comment. I don't know anything about chemistry.
very careful.
Cool.
Rose. Thank you. Get shots of the stuff as I take it out.
Yep.
So that people online can identify things. That's Neuromeyer flask. Some of it I know. Lots of it I don't. This end up. Hey, it's okay. Just make sure not to tip it.
Oh, what are they?
They're pipettes. One of them's broken.
Yeah, I hear a little bit of jingling.
They're broken. I have no idea what that is. These are beakers. Beakers for tweakers! Here.
Yay, beaker.
I'm gonna look around. Did you guys get everything inside? Now here's the funny thing. Down under all that, shotgun, couple hundred rounds of ammunition.
Ooh,
There's a rifle or two in there.
let's go off the antenna.
Huh?
Heard that there was no motor in there?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. We have just stocked the chemistry lab. James will be happy.
Oh, yeah.
James is. Oh, there's more. Yeah, we packed every nook and cranny of the car.
Very pretty bow tie. That's it.
That's it? All right, let's go examine the entire pile. Hi, puppy. So this is what we picked up in, oh yeah, I gotta show this to you guys. How's this for a graduated cylinder? That cylinder's graduated so hard it's got a PhD. That's cool. There's a lot of chemistry porn here. This is all available for member use. Check with James, he's the director of the chemistry department.
Only 2 liter?
That's cool. All right, everything is contaminated with like mouse pee and stuff. It's been sitting in a barn for years, so it all has to be super, super cleaned, but it's a start. Oh, hey, internet. What is that? I could not figure it out.
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
What?
You take this, fill it with a liquid, it pours 10 milliliters out.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
He's made a little map this time.
So it fills out, and it
Pull like
fills
that.
this.
It fills into this chamber up to that
Okay.
line.
Okay.
When you tip it flat,
So the little inner
all the
chamber
liquid
is
drops
10
out,
milliliters.
Pours out.
Okay. And now we know. See, I already learned something. And so did you.
In several states in the USA, it's still legal for an employer to discriminate against an employee based on sexual preference and orientation. Being gay, lesbian, or transgender is a fireable offense, and that's bullshit. So,
Give me your twinks, your bears, your lipstick lesbians yearning to code PHP. Give me your dykes, your kinksters, your furries, and transgenders looking for more. Send these, the rainbowed sparkly code poets, to me. Compile with us. We don't care whom you adore.
seriously folks, are you LGBTQ or a champion for their cause? Do you have mad web developing skills? Then we want to talk to you. Visit this link and fill out an application today. Where you are in the world doesn't matter, so get in touch. Straight, bigoted asshats need not apply. In fact, we'll laugh at you if you do.